Shalom, family. So we discussed and we've talked about and mentioned this whole comment that Iran made against Israel if Israel were to go to war against Hezbollah, which we all know is going to happen. What we didn't speak about is the fact that this was made on an official UN account, United Nations. Guterres' coddling of Iran shows the United Nations credibility is dying, and we've known this for a while now. It's clear as the nose on our faces. A scandalous, shameful, and disgraceful statement published on June 29 by the Iranian UN mission's official X account, Iran's UN ambassador Amir Said Iravani blatantly and proudly boasted of his country's promise to obliterate Israel if Israel attacks Hezbollah in Lebanon, like they obliterated them last time with their massive drone swarms that did absolutely sweet nothing, like that. However, what is surprising and even shocking is the fact that the ambassador's threatening statement was issued on the Iranian official UN mission's Twitter account and by no less than their permanent UN representative. Right? Yet nowhere do we find any criticism by Antonio Guterres, the ostensible guardian of the UN's charter, calling the Iranian ambassador to task for a violent statement which violates the basic tenets and principles behind the very existence of the United Nations. Guterres' widely known and recently increasing antagonism towards Israel, verging on open hostility, is perhaps not surprising that he and his advisors chose to overlook and deliberately ignore the Iranian statement. You can go on their official, the UN's account for your country, and threaten to destroy, wipe out, obliterate other countries, and they'll keep quiet. And it's all good. That's just Jews. What's the problem? We're living in the end of time. 1939 was the same. Who wants Jews? You can talk about that. That's fine. That's what the world's become, and that's what's scary and sick, and that people aren't seeing this and up in arms or calling Guterres to task for not saying something. But he wants to be outspoken. He wants to put IDF on watch lists. He wants to attack Israel every second minute of his day, talking points nonstop about how evil Israel is. But anyone else, especially Iran, China, if you look at the Uyghurs, all those things, they can do what they want as long as it doesn't involve anything with the Jews, because then the UN sits up and takes notice and finds a spin to turn it against Israel and against the Jews. The United Nitwits are a body of nations that are violently opposed to the very existence of Israel. And one of the main reasons God himself will come down and enter into judgment against the gathered nations, the United Nations. Pray for Israel. Shalom.